In the humble village of Usenga, Kenya, a boy named Patrice Lumumba, P.L.O, grew up surrounded by red earth and big dreams. He saw a continent that had broken free from colonialism, yet still struggled under new forms of oppression. Young Lumumba questioned why Africa, full of promise, remained shackled by poverty and corruption. Inspired by Pan-African heroes like Nkrumah and Patrice Lumumba, he believed Africa deserved better. He didn't just want to witness change, he wanted to make it happen. Justice, not fame, drove him. He saw how small acts of corruption could poison entire communities. Even as a child, he vowed to uproot these weeds. While others played, Lumumba played with world-changing ideas. He learned that knowledge and a powerful voice could be weapons for justice. His childhood became a training ground for a lifelong battle. The boy from Usenge was forging a spirit ready to challenge the world. Armed with a brilliant mind and a dream, he prepared to make his voice heard. That voice would soon echo far beyond his village. Africa's story was about to gain a new chapter, and Lumumba was determined to write it. Lumumba knew the law was his weapon of choice. At the University of Nairobi, he mastered legal studies, not just for knowledge, but to fight injustice. His passion and clarity made him stand out. He could turn complex ideas into powerful calls for change. He earned a PhD in law from Ghent, Belgium, sharpening his mind for the battles ahead. But Lumumba wasn't just an academic, he was a performer, captivating audiences with his thunderous oratory. He quoted Shakespeare, the Bible, and African proverbs, weaving them into messages that inspired action. As a law professor and advocate in Kenya, he became a force in the courtroom, fighting for the powerless. He believed the law should be an equalizer, even when reality proved otherwise. Frustration only fueled his resolve. His reputation as a speaker soared, and invitations poured in from across Africa. He called for a revival of Pan-Africanism, urging people to remember the dream of a united, just continent. Lumumba wasn't just giving speeches, he was sparking a movement. He woke people up to Africa's potential. The legal lion had become a prophet. His pulpit, any stage, any crowd, anywhere. And his message was impossible to ignore. In 2010, Kenya needed a fearless anti-corruption crusader. They chose Lumumba to lead the Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission. He saw this as his chance to turn words into action. From day one, he declared war on graft, reopening high-profile cases and targeting the powerful. He believed taking down the big fish would send shockwaves through the system. His approach was bold and public, naming names, exposing crimes, and rallying the nation. Lumumba worked tirelessly, inspiring his team and the public. For a moment it seemed David might defeat Goliath. He investigated massive scandals like Anglo-leasing, sending a clear message: the era of impunity was over. The public saw a hero rising, but the dragon of corruption was fierce and well-protected. Lumumba's spear was sharp, but the enemy was vast. The fight was just beginning. He was ready to face the storm. Kenya had never seen a battle like this, but the dragon was not easily slain. When you fight corruption, it fights back, and hard. Lumumba's targets were part of a powerful, entrenched system. As he closed in, the system struck back, painting him as the villain. Politicians accused him of grandstanding, shifting focus from missing millions to his methods. Files vanished. Witnesses disappeared, and cases collapsed on technicalities. The resistance was relentless. Parliament, filled with those he investigated, disbanded his commission. They didn't fire him. They erased his job. The Dragon Slayer was cast out. For many, it was a crushing defeat. But Lumumba's story was far from over. Losing his post could have silenced Lumumba, but it set him free. No longer bound by officialdom, his voice grew louder and sharper. He became Africa's anti-corruption conscience, traveling from Cape Town to Cairo, speaking to students, leaders, and activists. He declared Africa's crisis is one of leadership and corruption. His words electrified crowds and went viral online. He called out leaders who begged for aid while their own people suffered from stolen wealth. He demanded a new generation of servant leaders. Some governments saw him as a threat, barring him from entry, but for every enemy in power, he gained thousands of supporters among the youth. Lumumba was no longer just a legal warrior, he was a cultural force. He fought to change mindsets, not just laws. His speeches became rallying cries for a continent hungry for change. He inspired hope where there was cynicism. The uncaged lion roared for all of Africa, and his message could not be silenced. The battle had become continental. Behind the booming voice is a man who carries Africa's pain. Lumumba's fight is personal. He's seen corruption steal medicine, books, and hope. He's faced threats, betrayal, and isolation, but his courage never wavered. His journey is lonely, but his hope outlasts his sorrow. Lumumba embodies Africa's struggle, immense potential, constant setbacks. He asks, will Africa build strong institutions or remain captive to the powerful few? His legacy isn't in court victories, but in minds ignited across the continent. He's passed the spear to a new generation, showing them they can demand better. The fight against corruption is a marathon, not a sprint. Lumumba may not see the finish line, but he's inspired an army to run. The dream born in Usenge lives on. Africa's hope refuses to die. Lumumba's voice echoes in classrooms, streets, and hearts. He's more than a critic. He's a symbol of unyielding hope. The story is not a tragedy, but a call to action. And the dream for a better Africa burns brighter